You're listening to Turn On to Tech with Jeff Levy and Bonnie Jane Bentley, right here on LA Talk Radio.
Now, go ahead.
Welcome to the show. We call it Turn On to Tech. This is not like any tech show you've ever heard because we give you great information and we have fun doing it, don't we?
Yes, we do.
I'm Jeff Levy, the digital doctor, dressed for Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody.
And Nurse Bonnie.
And Nurse
Jane
Bonnie.
Bentley.
Yeah, are you wearing red shoes, really?
I am wearing red shoes.
Oh, yes, you are. And Tyler at the controls.
Hello.
And this young man is Dr. Ronald Belzik, who is our medical resident expert on the medical show we do called Up on Medicine. Doc, introduce yourself.
Hi there. Dr. Ronald Belzik, foot and ankle surgeon, practice at Sherman Oaks Hospital.
Part of the Prime family.
That's right, Jeff.
So we're doing a radio show, and it's on video. If you're listening to us on Channel 2 or the medical show on Channel 1, that means we put the audio back in our old time slot so you wouldn't forget us. But now when you go to latalkradio.com, you have Channel 1, Channel 2, and the video channel.
You bet.
So we're doing a radio show with all our notes and the headphones we're going to use.
We're here, and we don't usually dress this way.
We should. I'm having a
Maybe
good time.
we should. Well, you know.
What do you
Yeah,
think,
yeah,
Doc?
the digital doctor, I bet you are having a good time.
I should have my cardiologist here. Yeah. I want to give a shout out. Well, we have phone numbers. We have a phone number. You can call and leave a message for us. It's 844-339-5333. Or you can email us at turnontotech@yahoo.com or gmail.com, right? And it's basically a show with a consumer kind of an edge.
Yeah, so we would like to have you, your input or things you'd like to hear
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Or your questions.
Or your questions.
And we'll get back
or
to
Bonnie's
you.
phone number. No, not going to happen. Forget that. I want to give a shout out because last week we announced, look, if you're going to get a Windows 8 computer or you have one, it's very confusing if you're used to Windows 7 or XP or any of those. So I wrote a little pamphlet about all the shortcut keys, all the tricks. And if you send us an email to either one of those addresses, I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
and we got one from Steve.
Just put in the subject that you're requesting the shortcuts.
Shortcuts for Windows 8. So I've got our first one, and there are several more in the queue. And so it's a good idea. We give tech tips. But you're a Mac person.
Yes, I am.
Been nice knowing you, Doc. Nah, this is my friend and my doctor. And he's on the Up on Medicine show.
Yes.
It's all good. We're going to have a guest coming up in just a little bit. Next week is election time, nationwide elections. And there's so many propositions and ballot items, and they're really confusing.
I'm confused.
It's very
for sure.
confusing.
So, especially with the propaganda out there.
Yes. Oh, the negative ads. My God, you don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
So Microsoft, with its search engine called Bing, which competes with Google, if you go to bing.com/elections, based on where you are, your zip code, it'll give you all the things that are on your ballot and explain them in plain, simple English without an agenda.
Yay.
How cool is that?
And we're going to have Ted Rodner from Microsoft
To
here
talk
to
about
talk
it.
about
Yeah,
it.
he's going to be calling in. We'll be putting on our headphones.
And that'll be just a few minutes.
I can see my reflection in the glass. I kind of look like a doctor.
Yeah, you do.
Proctologist. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with our usual in the news.
Yes. Well, we've all heard about Virgin Galactic. Is it Galactic or Galactica?
Virgin.
And Sealed Composites loss of Spaceship Two.
Yeah.
And
2 spaceships.
No, it's number 2, spaceship number 2.
Yeah, the second one.
Right. And it was today in the Mojave Desert while testing new rocket fuel. And one of the test pilots was killed, and the other one
Horribly
had a
injured.
major injuries. So our hearts go out to them and their families. Okay, now $200 million was lost in the catastrophic NASA launch
$200
in
million.
Virginia.
That's a lot of money, Doc.
Well,
Think
that
what
was
you could
all
do
the
with your
thing.
clinic with that.
Yeah, all of the things that were going up in space for that from different companies. So it's a 14-story tall rocket was to deliver supplies to the International Space Station.
That's 140
And
feet tall. That's
11,
big.
yeah, a lot, really tall. 11 seconds into the launch, the rocket started to fall apart, and 20 seconds in, the launch officer self-destructed the rocket for the safety of the people on the ground and anyone else, because if the rocket took off, it could really spread debris further. So Orbital Science built the rocket and has been criticized for using old engines built by in the 70s and the 60s by the Soviets.
The Russian engines.
Russian engines.
Don't work worth
They
a
got
darn.
us again, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, and they're we are having a problem with them anyway, because they're delivering our astronauts to the space station. We don't have ways to get people there.
Now, isn't this the second rocket explosion? Wasn't there another one that was not a manned rocket? I thought there was.
I'm not sure.
I think there was, but this one had 2 pilots.
Okay, well, this one was not. No. The NASA launch had no people in it.
That's what I said.
Yeah, and then the Virgin Galactica
It had 2 people.
had
And they
two test
both
pilots.
were rockets destroyed.
Well, one was it's
It's a bad thing.
it's not good.
What we now know, and what we should have known all along, is that space flight is inherently dangerous, and there are risks.
Yes, but sometimes we have to use it, like to get to the space station right now. And SpaceX, another private space adventurer competing for NASA's business, is the only team using American-made engines to send supplies up to the space station. So the astronauts currently have enough supplies to last them into next year.
Okay, as I understand it, that first launch with no pilots used the Russian engines. And
Yes.
The second one with the pilots used American engines, but they were trying a new fuel mixture.
Right.
And do you remember, what's it, the Challenger that blew up with all the astronauts aboard?
Yes.
That could have been prevented.
Well, how?
What happened was the sections of the rocket where they're put together, are sealed with a rubber O-ring. And they knew that the O-rings don't function well when the temperature drops below a certain degree. It dropped 7 degrees below that level, and they launched anyway. And the O-ring failed.
My gosh.
And
See,
the
I
fuel
was
caught.
down in Florida for the launch of, now I can't remember. Anyway, a friend of mine, an astronaut, Rick Linehan, was going up. And so he invited us down for the launch. And it was like they kept having to postpone because of the temperature.
That's right. That's why.
Yeah.
But there is a fine line where the O-ring is safe. They cross that line. That should never have happened.
Wow. That should never have happened.
No.
Won't happen again.
No. Okay, Doc, you're going to love this one.
Okay, now they're
Fat crash.
Yes, yeah. No, you could say that if you could pat your tummy when you say it. No, you're not that heavy.
Go ahead.
270-pound crash dummies.
Fat City.
Humanetics
obesity.
says that obese people are more likely to die from a crash. So now they're making. Well, I wonder if they're making fat kid dummies too. I mean, we don't want to call them fat, but I mean heavy kid dummies.
Large little ones?
Obese kid dummies.
Large little ones?
Yes, because the thing is, their bodies react differently against the restraints. Well, I would think so. Those restraints are
Yeah.
pretty tight on them in
Yeah.
the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Something lighter.
Please.
Hess Toy Trucks is bringing out
Hess.
a limited edition issue for their 50th anniversary. And Hess Toy Trucks are really neat anyway. And they're available for pre-order in a limited edition, so you got to get your order in. And the prices start at $29.99. And these trucks are quite large. Some of
Yeah.
them are really neat. And one of them is the space shuttle being hauled
Oh,
on the
now
truck.
that's what I would want.
That's really cool.
Very.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I saw it, and I'm not a collector of any of those things, and it was like, oh, I want that. That's cute.
There you
That's
go.
really good.
You
And
know
it was
who would
like
enjoy
pretty
that,
big.
Bonnie, is your dad.
Yeah.
He'd love that. He's got a Harley Davidson
He
from
does.
1903, a model
He
sitting
does,
on his
sitting
credenza.
in his room, but he used
Somebody
to
that
ride,
likes him
he
gave it to
probably
him.
rode them in 1903.
Yeah,
no,
probably.
1920.
He would call it 03. Right? So we have a tech tip. Is it ready for
Yes.
that?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so I get this a lot of questions. I use my computer 7, 8 times a day, and I turn it on, use it, and turn it off. Should I do that? In a word, no. In 2 words, no, no. In 3 words, are you
No,
nuts?
no.
No. What happens is you turn on the computer, and it generates heat from all the components in it, and the electronic boards expand. Okay? When you shut the computer down, it cools off, and they contract. And this expanding and contracting puts wear and tear on the components.
Ah.
So the smart thing to do is turn it on when you first use it and turn it off last time you use it.
Like when you go to bed or
Yeah,
whatever.
something like that. How about that, Doc? You didn't know that.
Didn't know that.
Your computer
Yeah.
will love you and last
Yeah, and
longer.
people probably thought they were doing their computer a favor by turning it off when they weren't using it.
Not so.
And it's not. So isn't that like the light bulbs that took all the electricity to turn them on?
Yeah.
Fluorescent bulbs.
Oh,
So
gosh.
do you sleep or hibernate?
You can do either. I just turn it off. I give it the night off. The difference between sleep and hibernate, that's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Sleep kind of shuts everything down. It leaves the hard drive running, but all the other things are quiet. And so it comes back up quicker. Hibernate takes a picture, if you will, of what you're doing on the screen, saves it to the hard drive, and then shuts it into a really quiet state. Nothing's working. When you bring it back up, both sleep and hibernate take you back to where you were. That's really significant for laptops.
But why would you
Battery
want to use
life.
one over the other?
It depends on what you have. For a laptop, I would use hibernate.
Okay.
For a desktop, I'd use sleep, but you really don't have to.
Some of them don't have both.
They do. You just have to enable it.
Oh, okay.
Do Macs have that, Doc?
Just sleep.
Not hibernate.
No.
Figures. No offense.
Okay, well, now for something for Halloween, even though it's a little late to say anything for Halloween. How are you watching the board? Okay.
Please
Okay,
don't look away from the board. You make me nervous.
Gadget Nation with Steve
Thank you.
Greenberg showed some spooky stuff, and I
For
just
Halloween.
Yes, but it's for any time. There is one app that is so cool. I really wanted to do it for tonight, and I didn't have time. It's called Nito, Nito. It's a free app that allows you to take all kinds of characters and sync them with your own face. So you'll talk, and the character will talk with your face, and
I want
and
that.
you can it changes your voice how you want it to as well. It's really
I think that's
cool.
what-
And, no,
Wonderful.
and it has all kinds of Halloween characters or spooky characters too, and it's so fun. And this would be for any time of year. It's a kick. I mean, you could look cute as Santa Claus. Anyway,
Ho, ho,
okay.
little girl. What would you like for Christmas?
We're going to dress you up as Santa Claus.
Okay.
And
I
we'll
think
be
they
the
have
elves.
plans
we'll
for
be
me.
the
Huh?
elves.
Okay, Doc, you want to
So,
catch that one.
so anyway, that's a free app, Nito, Nito, and I would get it. It is Nito. Okay, and then there you can go to wayfair.com to see the Creative Motion Solar Spider.
Oh,
It's like a big tarantula that when the sun shines on it, it starts walking around. It's really creepy.
that's a little scary.
Can you imagine? Put it
No.
on somebody's desk that has sunshine shining on their desk in your office.
All of a sudden, the spider gets,
Yeah, you're
gets
gonna-
up and
you're
walks
gonna
off the plate. Oh,
And then the other thing that's fun is Chia Pet brought out zombies.
Chia Pet, isn't that?
That's the one that grows the little things out of the
Right,
pottery.
right.
But they have zombies, which is
Terrific.
fun. Kids would like
Terrific.
it. Yeah.
So, Doc, you're a Mac person. What about the doctors you practice with? I know Dr. Shum is a Mac person. How about the rest of them?
They are all Mac people.
All of them.
Wow.
You know where Macs are really big is in the film, music, television, and the arts.
graphics.
Oh,
Graphics
big on
of
graphics.
all sorts.
Big on. But the Macs are so. Right now, you can buy a very decent PC notebook for between $500 and $700. The entry level Mac is $1,000, and that's just entry level. You want to go big and fast, you're talking about $2,000. I will say they last a long time. They do. You got a new iPhone 6, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I love it. It's a significant upgrade from what I had the 4S.
You had a tin can and a string. What are you talking about?
So,
You had the 4S. And Bonnie, you got the Note 4. That's the most incredible
Yes,
phone
yes,
I've ever
yes.
seen. So we have new phone. Tyler, it's me and you. We have to get upgraded.
Yeah. Look at that screen. Oops. Go away.
It's a LED AMOLED screen. It's incredible. So let's get to work. We're watching for our phone call. It should come in momentarily. I don't know if I really want to start a segment. Do we have, what time is it? 8:15?
Yes.
He should have called. I gave him the number. I better get my phone out in case they're trying to reach me. 'Cause
Yeah.
we have our phones on quiet.
Yeah, we do.
Ah, there it is. We may have to do the segment without them. How weird.
Well,
We can do that. Let's start with the federal court. This is a big deal.
Okay.
This is a very important story, Doc. There are scammers that will cold call people and say, we're from Microsoft. Your computer is totally infected. And if you don't let us fix it, it's going to die and you'll bury it. And these guys actually talk people into giving them remote access to their computers.
what?
Yeah. These companies made $2.5 million doing this since 2012. Yeah.
When they get access to your computer, what do?
They tell you there are all kinds of horrible problems that don't exist and charge you to fix them. And they steal information.
That's what I was worried about.
Yeah. So in New York City, where this company is incorporated, the federal court has ordered a shutdown and frozen all of their assets. Halloween, I could say that. God, he froze my assets. So the money's going to be available, and the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, is accusing them of, listen to this, selling bogus software and support under false claims that the consumers' PCs were loaded with viruses, spyware, and system errors. These are telemarketers, and they actually said, yeah, we're from Microsoft.
Oh my gosh.
People are not smart enough to say, wait a minute, how would they get my number? It's unlisted. Why are they calling? How did they pick me? That's where you have to say something's fishy in Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the expression?
Something like that.
Okay. Now, according to the complaint, the company, as I said, made $2.5 million since 2012 just cold calling, and they were selling bogus warranties and software programs anywhere from $150 to $250, and some people got hit with $600.
Wow.
Now,
To
what
have
make-
your information stolen. Yeah.
Yeah, and,
Uh-huh.
and to fix a problem that doesn't exist. They targeted seniors, which is really reprehensible. They targeted seniors and other vulnerable populations, preying on the lack of computer knowledge so they could sell security software and programs that had no value. What they sold didn't do anything, didn't fix anything. It was nothing.
Well, there was nothing wrong anyway.
Well, exactly.
Right.
And for somebody to allow a complete stranger over the phone to take over your computer, you might as well open all the doors and windows in your house, turn on all the lights, and go away for a week. That's what you're doing. It's true. No phone call. Okay, we'll motor on.
Whoa.
Doc, do you have antivirus software on your Mac? Not so much,
I
probably.
don't.
Yeah, you don't need it yet. You know why? Traditionally, Mac has had a very small percentage of the market, but that's changing. So why write a virus for 10% of the market when you can do it for 90% of the market? But that's going to change because Mac's getting popular. You got a boogie?
I got a boogie.
Oh, do I get a hug?
Get a hug.
I get a handshake.
Happy,
Okay.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, Doc.
I get a hug.
We got to go to dinner, you and I.
can't
And
bend over. Okay, bye-bye.
that's called an off-camera hug. Doc, thanks for
do I get-
joining us.
Do I get to switch positions?
You can. You can switch positions. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, very, very nice. So we might have to have the Bing guy on, but the election, we'll talk about it. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, you're looking down at my breasts.
What? No, I'm not.
You did.
I'm looking at your chin.
Hello.
Tyler, you picking up on all this?
Yes.
Okay, so what's Verizon Wireless up to? They're naughty people.
Well, they're luring customers to sacrifice privacy. I guess I did it by wearing this outfit. Okay, Verizon Wireless.
I need a nurse. Go ahead.
I bet you do. Okay, a Verizon wireless customer for almost 10 years thought the company was rewarding his loyalty when he got an email that said
Breathe.
he had already accumulated over 40,000 rewards points using his cell phone. Now, by signing up for Verizon Smart Awards, he could use the points for restaurants, entertainment, and other deals. So it looked like they were making sure that he didn't switch to AT&T or some other company. It was like a loyalty
Yeah, it's
thing.
called a loyalty thing,
Right.
but they lied.
They lied. What they were doing is luring into giving permission for his personal information to be used for increased marketing.
Oh, I hate that.
Points for privacy swap. Okay.
That's terrible.
So he didn't notice the part about having to sign up for Verizon Selects. Now, a Verizon spokesperson said Verizon Selects is one of a number of company programs designed to help marketers reach audiences more efficiently, especially in the mobile space. Verizon Selects tracks people's use of Verizon products and services and the websites they visit and the apps they use, their interests, demographics, and information about the quantity, type, destination, location, and amount of
That's
use
everything.
of Verizon voice services.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
And that's Verizon.
Okay, so after joining Verizon Rewards, people can cancel their membership in the Selects and still be eligible for the rewards points, but it isn't stated in their on their Smarts Rewards website.
It's hidden.
So you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
Or in the Verizon Selects participation agreement, it's not even in there. So information collected from Verizon Selects members will be kept by the company for up to 3 years. Now, how many companies keep the results longer than that, than when it gets out of their hands, though? Okay, so the wireless industry could make up to $2 billion in extra revenue by 2019 from selling this type of information.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and that was from David Lazarus at the LA,
The LA Times. You
Yeah.
know, these phone companies, they're all pretty good at scamming money and making money. When the Apple, one second, Tyler, on your screen should be the call-in phone number on the screen on your computer. Write it down for me, please, and hand it back. Thank you. So when the first iPhone came out, people stood in line for days. And it was a $600 phone, but that wasn't enough for Apple, okay? Yeah, we're going to pair the number. Yeah, that's the number.
No, we have a different number here.
Oh, gave him the wrong number.
Uh-oh.
That's why he didn't call in. Okay, we're dead. But he has my cell phone.
You gave him the old studio number.
No. That's supposed to be this number. It's off by 1 digit.
Oh,
I
no,
call-
it's not. It's totally different.
Oh,
85, not 99.
oh, wow.
Oh, see, that was
No,
the
that's
old
not what I
studio.
gave him. I gave him this number.
Oh, okay.
no idea.
Because I don't know how this got in here, because I left this blank.
Okay,
And
well,
you've-
we
it
got to
got
go back
filled
to the
in.
show.
Okay.
So Apple took $600 of my money for the phone. I had to sign up for 2 years with AT&T. Every month when I mailed in my bill,
Mm-hmm.
Apple got $18 of that bill.
Okay.
So it came out in 2 years. It came out to $1,024, and that was 2010.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, $18
So
a month for
these
2 years.
payments
plus the
on, yeah, people just don't realize.
Yeah, it's
No,
very
$18
crazy.
a month is not $1,000.
No, times 24 months plus 600.
Oh,
It
okay.
adds up to 1,024. Trust me.
Okay.
And Verizon's not the only bad guy. AT&T is in big trouble with the Federal Communications Commission.
Why?
They do a practice called throttling, which I normally associate with grabbing somebody by the neck and shaking them. That's called throttling people. But if you're an AT&T customer with an unlimited data plan, they may slow your internet connection down if they think you're using, in other words, unlimited really isn't unlimited with AT&T. And that's gone on for years
So they slow your connection down
by 80% or more.
because they don't want you to stay with their company because you use too much data, huh?
Well, I have a friend named Ron Kilgore. Ron's a reporter for KNX, KFWB. He had an unlimited AT&T plan, and he showed me a letter he got. We're terminating your account. You use it too much. So he went to Sprint, and he got an unlimited plan, and he's still using it. Anyway, the FTC Commission says AT&T's practice of slowing down the connection speeds of unlimited data customers because they have excessive data use is a failure to deliver on the promise of unlimited. Finally, somebody's
Yeah.
got common sense. Common sense. Okay, the FTC filed a complaint in federal court, and they charged AT&T with misleading customers who signed for unlimited data plans. And they say that AT&T emphasized in its advertising unlimited, and it
Yes.
wasn't true.
Right. It's technically it's not unlimited.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that.
Yeah.
Just means we want you to be our customer
So-
so we can charge you every month.
So no means yes, or yes means no.
Huh?
That's crazy. That is totally dumb. Let's talk about the Bing thing. Do we have that? We had that.
The Bing thing.
Yeah, let me talk about it.
Okay.
And we'll find out from Serena
Oh,
Hall what
yes.
happened.
Yeah.
We have an election coming up nationwide next Tuesday, the 4th of November, right? The ballot is filled with so many propositions and laws and choices and all the negative commercials. How do you know what to do?
You don't.
You go to bing.com/elections. Bing did a survey. They paid for a survey. This is scary. Almost 50% of voters don't feel confident voting this November. 70% of the voters don't know all the issues on the November ballot. Well, we don't,
I don't.
but we will.
We will. 'Cause
Yeah.
We're going to investigate this weekend for sure.
Yep. So they have this new service. It covers all the ballots, all the races of people that want to become a person of public office, those kind of races. It's a voter guide. It's got tools like My Ballot, which uses your location to figure out what your ballot looks like, and then it puts up the ballot. And better than that, it's going to predict winners, and it'll give you earlier results than you get from the TV news.
Oh, so you can go to it during the election
Yeah.
itself on the election day.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
It's interesting, but it's just figuring out what to vote for in the first place and knowing that people are being misled and voting the wrong direction. And boy, you got to go counteract that. It's like,
Yeah.
who knows what my 91-year-old dad voted for?
He
I
probably
don't know.
voted for pizza.
Yeah, he'd like that.
Yeah. Tyler, do you vote?
Yes, I do.
Good for you. We all three do. Excellent.
Yep, absolutely. You got to count.
Okay.
You got to count. Am I going to talk about Kairos?
Kairos. Sounds Greek.
Kairos. Yes, the Kairos Society Global Summit was held last weekend, or actually 10th, 17th, or 19th, so it was a couple weeks ago, down in Laguna Niguel. And
Okay.
what it is, Kairos introduces the top college-age entrepreneurs in 50 different countries to business leaders to pitch their ideas and get investors. It's kind of like a Shark Tank for college kids with great ideas. And in the last 2
That's great.
years, yeah, it is. It's really neat. So in the last 2 years, Kairos raised over $43 million for funding, and products shown were at this particular thing, where one of them was a white light system for sanitizing hospital rooms and other areas, but different than the ones we've seen. This people can walk right into, and it can be kept on all the time. So for bathrooms and things like that,
That's wonderful.
and operating rooms, it's incredible. And unfortunately, I didn't get the name of that one. But then there's Oxy, a device to wear around your neck that's Bluetooth connected to your smartphone, and it creates a bubble of purified air around your face. It's like a little collar thing that kind of fits around your neck.
It's
And
like an invisible helmet.
Well, it is in
Wow.
that way. It's really, and it's neat looking too. It's just like this plastic
Do you
thing that
have
goes around your
to
neck.
turn it off when you're going to kiss somebody?
I don't think so. It might purify their face though before you kiss them.
Among other things.
Then there's one called Cody's, which teaches kids to code. And then there's Lightbot.
Code as in create
Yeah,
apps
Cody,
and programs.
C-O-D-I-E.
Yeah.
Okay, then there's Lightbot, which teaches kids to code using a video game to learn how to control their own little robot. Now that's incentive
cool.
to learn.
Yeah.
Okay, and one company makes a solution that can dissolve computer hard drives and turn them into different elements to be reused.
Oh, really?
Really?
That's a way to protect your data. I'm interested
Oh,
in that.
yeah. Okay, I didn't get the name of that, but you can look
We
it
can
up.
look it
You
up.
can look it up on the cars. Okay, and Grove is a growing system for inside your house that has fish to feed the plants, kind of like the aqua farm that you have, except for this has a light system as well, so you can grow them in, say, a dark room.
That's
Okay.
probably what I
Well,
need.
you could get a light to go with your aqua farm. All right, and it's hard to scratch your head through a wig.
Can I help you with that?
Doesn't work.
Oh, no.
Okay, and Daniel Rudnick and David Lee and Kiran Krasnov got an idea that was stuck when they were stuck behind a cement truck during the 405 closure.
I could relate to that.
And they created a new kind of concrete called Cortex Composite, and you roll it out like a carpet, and then you just water it. And it makes this super strong material that's stronger than concrete.
Wow.
And they've already made 23 million in sales in less than a year, thanks to Kairos. Thanks in
Wow,
part
that's
to
a great
Kairos.
idea.
Yeah, really good.
Did you know one of the components of mixing cement is ice?
No.
When you see these big cement trucks, when they actually get ready to pour and they're mixing the concrete, they put in a large amount of ice because as concrete is formed, it generates heat. And if it gets too hot, it doesn't cure right and it cracks. So they put ice in those trucks.
So in
to
the
keep
trucks,
it
but
from
when you're
getting hot.
doing it at home and you're doing a small amount at a
Nah,
time,
it's
then you
different.
don't have to put ice in it.
No, because you're using a different compound than they use
right.
for free. This is great. They
Right.
roll it out like a lawn.
Yeah, like sod.
Yeah.
Okay, then Shark Tank. I don't know if
Oh,
Jeff
love
and
that
I
show.
watch Shark Tank every Friday night after
You
the
bet.
show.
In fact, it's
Okay.
being recorded as
Oh
we
yes,
speak.
yes. And Five Sharks had invested in a product about a year ago or less called the Breathometer. And it's a breath analyzer that works with your smartphone. And this entrepreneur, Charles Michael Yin, developed this product in his garage. And the breathometer is $49.99 and it plugs into your phone. And it's sold 10 million in the last 6 months. And you can buy it online or in stores, to test for alcohol level.
That's a
blood
great
alcohol.
idea.
But now they've joined forces with Cleveland Clinic.
Which is a
Which
major clinic
they-
specializing in hearts.
Yes, and they are a major breathalyzer people or breath analysis people as well. And they developed the Breathometer Breeze, which it tells you your blood alcohol level, how long it will take you to get back to zero, and where to stay in the neighborhood. And the Breeze is $99 and is wireless, and it's great. You can buy the Breeze now at Brookstone and Best Buy.
Interesting. Here's a factoid.
Yes.
With the average person, as you drink, your blood alcohol level increases.
Yes.
In most states, it's illegal to drive if your blood alcohol exceeds 0.08. Okay?
Okay.
So once you finish your last drink, your blood alcohol will stay at whatever level it is for 2 hours, and then it drops by 2% per hour.
That's a very slow drop.
So 2 hours before it drops at all.
Yeah.
So when you're drinking, you shouldn't be driving.
So did you know that people have an affliction called autobrewery
No.
syndrome, where they actually
Sounds like
get
a German brewery.
their body itself brews themselves, and they get drunk, and they'll be pulled over for drunk driving,
haven't imbibed
and they have
anything.
no alcohol in their system.
What a great defense that would be. You hear a lawyer telling that to a jury?
Well, you're
He
still driving under the
Proved
influence of
himself,
something.
ladies and gentlemen of the jury. He's innocent. That's great.
Yeah,
So we're seeing how the internet changes how we live,
totally.
right? So Taco Bell doesn't want to be left out. So they have an app. This is cool. Tyler, you're going to like this.
You don't like being left out either.
Oh, I'll give you an hour to stop that. Taco Bell has a new app for Android and Apple operating systems. Lets you order food from your phone and pick it up at your local restaurant. So you save the hassle of waiting in line. You don't even have to talk to anybody.
You just go up
How
and flip
antisocial
your
is
phone
that?
out. Oh, it's
Yep.
not a flip phone anymore.
No. So what you do, you browse the menu, you pick the items you want, you can customize it, and you submit it, and then you pay for it right on your phone. Then you find a location where you want to pick it up. And bingo, you just go over there, and there it is. You can go in, or you can go to the drive-thru. Now, it lets you customize your food, so extra cheese for your burrito, sour cream on your nachos. Ooh.
No.
No.
No
Oh.
nachos for you.
No sour cream on my nachos, huh? Now, Taco Bell is the first major chain to really do this. They're all going to be doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It saves so much time and labor, but it'll put people out of jobs.
That's what I was
That's the
thinking,
bad
that these
part.
low-income jobs, anyway, low-paid jobs that people need, and especially college students and people just coming out of high school or whatever that
Yep.
need a job.
Yep. It's
Oh,
very
gosh.
sad.
Yeah. Okay, so we should talk about something lighter.
Holiday
Well,
travel
then
tips.
Taco Bell, is there anything? No, that's heavy. No.
That's very greasy heavy, yeah.
Okay.
So it's holiday time. you know,
Holiday time.
Thanksgiving,
So
Christmas,
you've got to buy
Hanukkah.
your tickets now for the holidays. You've got to get your passports now because it's going to be tough to get them later, and now is when you're going to get the better prices. So Christmas and Thanksgiving are on Thursdays this year. So everybody's going to want to fly out Wednesday and come back that Sunday so they don't have to miss work. Well, the problem is you don't want to do that because you're not going to get a decent seat. And
No,
yeah,
it's going to
gonna
be crowded and
horrible.
smelly and sweaty and ugly.
Right. So if you fly on Monday or Tuesday or early on the holiday itself,
There you
then
go.
you're going to be able to pick your seats and get anything you want and get better prices. Okay, so you fly back on Friday or Saturday or after the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, because everybody's flying back on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so if you can go on Monday or Tuesday and come back a little earlier instead of, that way you still get to see your family or whatever. Okay, now Sunday's supposed to be the best day to travel to get deals, or the best way to get deals online is on Sundays. But
Okay.
it doesn't always apply. So you got to start checking the prices several times a day because prices change all over the place nowadays. And there's a place called airfarewatchdog.com that has a page that lists every fee that the different airliners will charge you or tack on.
Oh, they have
Oh,
pneumonia.
yeah. So
If you breathe, it's a fee.
because you may be able to get your airfare cheaper from this one at like $10 or $20 cheaper, and then you end up paying $50 for the bag you carry on. It's really bad. And then there's expertflyer.com, which will notify you of cancellations to get better seats on the flight you're booked on, and it has a seating chart and everything, so it'll notify you right away.
I like that.
That's nice.
That's a positive use of the internet.
Yep.
I like it. Okay, shall we talk about IKEA?
Yeah, what are they doing?
I've got to clear my throat.
Do it.
Thank you.
I covered it up by
Thank you.
doing it into the microphone.
I don't mind the spray, but chew up the lumps, right? Ew.
Yeah.
So we all know IKEA, the furniture company.
Yeah.
They've come out with a new line of desks that can be raised or lowered at the push of a button.
I love that
I
idea.
thought you would.
Because I get tired of sitting
Yeah.
here. Sometimes you want to move
the,
your legs around.
It's called the Bekant, Bekant line. It's kind of a hybrid alternative between traditional desks designed purely for sitting
Uh-huh.
and like the drafting tables that are designed for standing only.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of a hybrid because you can do both on the same desk. They offer a variety of tabletops and leg options. You can create a number of combinations. And they come with a 10-year warranty, which is really good.
So, and they can upgrade them to include what?
Let's see, extra durable finishes for resisting stains and scratches and scuffs. Rounded corners for safety.
That would
and
be
an
good.
updated look. Built-in cable management, which is really cool if you have computer
Oh,
equipment.
yeah.
And
Yeah, what happens if you're sitting at the desk and you decide to raise your desk and the cords on your computer stuff are too short?
you're going to have a mess on your hands and on your floor.
I guess.
Tyler, would you ever use a desk standing?
I saw an article that's supposed to be better for your back and your legs standing.
Yeah,
But
my back gets tired sitting
Yeah.
there.
especially if you're slouching a lot, so I wouldn't
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
mind.
you're not supposed to
slouch.
do that.
Well, pricing for the hybrid, Bonnie, starts at $489. It's available online with IKEA, and pretty soon it'll be in the stores. Now, to Tyler's point, standing desks are good because they get you off your butt and onto your feet, which loads the bones and the muscles and gives you some much needed rest for your posture muscles.
Yeah, because they say
Yes.
people that work at an office building that to take breaks from when they're sitting down too long to walk around for like 10 minutes. So if you're standing up while you're working, you could still, I don't see like it being a bad idea.
Well, here's the thing. You have to be careful. Okay.
Okay.
If you spent years sitting at a desk, you don't want to start standing 8 hours a day. You want to go in little baby steps.
You better
10,
wear
15
your
minutes at a time.
compression stockings.
Yeah. Yeah. And then pull your hair up in a bun and twist it tight. Bring you up.
What?
But start slow. Now, there's a physio ball is another way to have good effect on your posture. You have one. A big ball.
Yeah, it is a big ball that you can just sit on and use it
And you can
as
lay
a
on and roll around on it.
Right.
All kinds of
Right,
positions.
but you can sit and use it instead of a chair.
Yes.
And you have to balance yourself on it, and,
Yeah,
and
so
you
it-
have to hold your neck back properly.
When I worked at KFWB, KNX, a lot of the people that sat at a desk all day had those balls instead of chairs. Bill Handel, the morning guy on KFI, he had one. No, he did.
Oh, okay.
You were looking for a joke.
No, I was, but something about
no.
balls and whatever.
No, he was Bill Handel.
I was waiting for one, but I didn't get one.
Okay, you only have one ball.
Yeah. That's
What would
true.
happen if you had two?
I
you'd
don't
have balls.
know.
Plural.
I don't know. How come we have another of your stories right behind
I
that?
don't know, but you can take that one.
I don't know. Are mine out of order?
I don't know. We've just had a wonderful
We've had a
out-of-order
really,
day.
we've had an out of order
Yeah,
day.
but it's
for
okay.
sure.
It doesn't matter. Let's see what else we have.
Okay.
I think you should do the Amazon story. We'll do it together. How's that?
Okay.
I like doing things together.
You
What?
do.
Yeah. Don't I, Tyler?
Yes.
You don't know. Yeah, she knows. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Amazon rolls out Fire TV Stick for streaming media.
Fire. Yeah, they call all of their stuff Fire.
Well, they like that. It's like a trademark, isn't it? They're
Yeah.
using that
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay. So they introduced it last week, and it's a new streaming media device that can connect with an HD TV or HDMI port and deliver video content from Amazon Prime Instant Video, Netflix, Hulu Plus, ESPN, YouTube, Spotify, Vivo, Pandora, and A&E. And it can also be used to play games. A lot of people are getting away from cable TV and all that.
It's
to
called
this.
cutting the cord.
Cutting the
People are
cord.
tired of having to pay a whole bunch of money to get only a few things they want.
That's right.
And by the way, the FCC is looking into a system where you only pay for what you want.
Oh, I know they're
That's
talking
coming.
about that.
It's about time.
They call it boutique something or
Yeah,
something like that.
boutique
Yeah,
TV.
Okay. The device officially will be released on November 19th for $39. Boy, is that
Whoa.
economical. And it will ship with a remote control and a 30-day trial of Amazon Prime and Netflix for newcomers to those services.
Wow.
Wow.
We're getting one.
Okay, yeah, at that
You're
price.
getting one.
The new TV Fire Stick reportedly offers the same experience as Amazon's Fire TV setup box,
Set-top, the
top
whole
box
thing on top of the
that,
TV.
It was released for $99 in April. And now it's Amazon's answer to Google's Chromecast.
That's another, you have one of those.
Yes, and offers 8 gigabytes of internal storage and 1 gigabyte of RAM, which is four times
times?
the internal storage and twice the memory of the Google product.
Wow.
And it has 6 times the processing power of the Roku streaming stick.
Wow.
So it's pretty powerful. Okay, the Fire TV stick utilizes Amazon's
ASAP.
yeah, you say
ASAP.
it. ASAP. Streaming technology which can launch videos without a buffer delay.
You know what that is?
I'm not sure what that is.
Okay, first of all, ASAP means as soon as possible.
Right, I know that.
When you're streaming television, sometimes your computer can't quite keep up with the amount of data that's being fed into it, so it stops and catches up.
Okay.
That's called
I see
buffering.
that. Okay.
Right. They're saying that with their product, it's so fast that that won't happen.
Great. Okay, so while Amazon's Chromecast can be controlled via an Android mobile handset,
Yeah, well, it's a cell phone.
the Fire TV stick has its own
Own
remote.
remote.
Okay, and it's the remote that ships with the TV. It's not the voice-activated remote that ships with the
set-top box, right.
but the remote is compatible with this slimmed-down device. And Amazon's Fire TV remote app will also allow users to perform a voice search using an Android handset.
Yeah, so like a cell phone, your cell phone.
Right, but you have to have 2 things that you're using then.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay,
That's pretty cool.
that is cool.
$35?
That's
I
good.
think you should get one of those, and I'll arrange that. And then we can
Okay.
try both the Chromecast and the
Okay.
other. Yeah, see which one is
Okay.
which.
Okay, now I think we did this on this show. We did this on one of the shows. So
I
let's
think
go
we
to the
did.
Withings.
Withing? Why not?
Withings. Withings. Withings.
Withings, with things. It's a French company famous for making smart scales.
Ah.
They make cell phone connected blood pressure cuffs and other health monitoring devices. There's a new product. It's called the Withings Home. It's a wireless camera that can be used for video conferencing. It can keep an eye on your pets or your sleeping kids, and it could be a security camera too. How cool is that? It includes a sensor that's able to detect volatile organic compounds in the air, along with temperature and humidity. That's really cool. Volatile organic compounds are released from things like paint, when you paint a house, new furniture, and a bunch of other sources, and can cause respiratory distress, allergic reactions, and all kinds of terrible conditions. This thing will raise a warning when it detects an unusually high level of any of these compounds. So you're going to open a window and turn on a fan, and you go outside and take a breath for a while, go around the block. It's on the market now, $219. That, along with, what did we talk about? Was it last week? Something that could hear the alarm on your smoke
Oh, yeah.
alarm?
This is important because it's like I had carbon monoxide poisoning at one point.
Oh.
And they had to remove my old furnace and clean it all out and everything because my carbon monoxide detectors went off.
Oh.
And it was like I was getting sick and waking up with anxiety attacks before
Oh,
that
that's-
happened.
That's not good.
Yeah, very scary. So it's like, hey, to be able to know what's going on, it's worth the price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty scary stuff.
So we hadn't done this on this show, but I don't think we have time. We did it on the.
We've got about 5 minutes. Why don't you go
Okay,
through
so
it?
I'll start it.
Please
and,
do.
Okay, a head-worn sensor diagnoses sports concussions. AMO or AMO? Go.
AMO.
AMO company Jolt is developing a head-worn sensor to better diagnose sports-related concussions. The device
That's
is
dangerous.
Yes, it's very dangerous because your head it's like
Yeah.
rolling around in your head. Okay, the device is a small clip that can attach to sports headgear like helmets, goggles, and headbands. Now we've talked about one of these before, but it didn't have the capabilities this one has.
Oh, this is a
Yeah.
monster. This
after,
is good.
After an athlete's head accelerates in an unusual manner, the sensor vibrates to notify the athlete of potential head injury. And the sensor also connects through Bluetooth to smartphones of parents and coaches on the sidelines.
Oh, that's
That
great.
is the important
That's
thing.
very
To
important.
notify them that a potential head injury has occurred. So the Jolt mobile app lets parents grant sensor access permission to other parents as well if they are not able to make it to their children's games. Why don't you continue?
Where did we leave
Oh,
off?
right here.
Oh, very good. So, when notified by the mobile app of a potential concussion, the coaches or parents can then perform concussion evaluation with the app. It's got a built-in cognitive test.
Wow.
Something along the lines of where are you? Who are you? What
Oh.
day is it? What
Oh,
year is
okay.
it? Who's the president? Cognitive.
Yeah, but a lot of kids couldn't answer that without
Well,
no.
but you do it at a kid's level. What do you like with
Okay,
your peanut
okay,
butter
okay,
sandwich?
okay,
Things
okay.
like that. The mobile app presents the results of the cognitive test in simple terms that can be understood by somebody who's had no medical training.
Okay.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
After the test, an athlete with signs of a concussion will be advised don't return to the game and will need attention from a doctor. The doctor examines the athlete. He'll have access to all the, motion information from the app.
Oh, that's
So he knows what really happened.
Yeah, because a lot of parents would diagnose their children with brain damage anyway.
Yeah, I did. Absolutely. You diagnosed one of your dogs with brain damage, for God's sakes. The Jolt sensor is waterproof and has silicone rubber back to protect itself from impacts during sports.
Wow.
Good stuff. Where
Good
did the time
stuff.
go?
It went away.
Be sure to
It's
vote
done.
next Tuesday.
You bet.
Go to bing.com/elections. And make sure you vote. If you don't vote, everybody's vote counts except you.
Yeah.
Okay? If you're hearing us on Channel 1 or Channel 2, that's the audio. We're now on the video channel at latalkradio.com. We do Up on Medicine and Turn On to Tech. You named both shows.
Up on Medicine and Turn On to Tech.
That's it. No, you created, it was your idea.
Oh, I named them. I didn't know what you were talking about.
Oh, you created the name. Thanks to Sam at LA Talk Radio for making this show possible, and Tyler for sitting at the controls.
You're welcome.
And we're probably going to get yelled at from Microsoft, but I'll find out what happened.
Uh-oh.
I know that's the number I gave them.
Well, we'll just have to talk to them again.
Yep. Take care, everybody.
Okay.
We'll see you next time around. It's been a slice. Bye-bye.
You're listening to Turn On to Tech with Jeff Levy and Bonnie Jane Bentley, right here on LA Talk Radio.